Ciao, I'm Kimberly. Thank you for joining me today for my live art show. This is my first one uh, during quarantine, and welcome to my home. My husband is running the back end, and during the show, if anyone comments, he is going to read the comment to me, and I will be happy to answer any questions. Today, we are going to be talking about four different works, and I have two sets of coasters to show. So we will have some fun talking about the stories behind it. I will tell you about the piece itself, where the location is, and we'll just have fun and enjoy this time together. So I'm going to wait on this first piece just a few seconds for a few more people to join, and then we'll get started. Meanwhile, I'm going to be putting some cotton gloves on. Artwork that's archival, even if it's a print. A good hint is to use either cotton or latex gloves, and that way it will keep the fingerprints off of it, and preserve it for a lifetime. So, any comments, Paul? Are we ready to get started? Okay, here goes. This is my first print. This is I Vigneti del Chianti, and this is in Tuscany. I was actually in Tuscany for a trip that I did, and I traveled, throughout the region. But this was a memorable evening. I was actually at a cocktail party that was at a villa that was about right here, and then there was a stone wall, and over the stone wall, the vineyards started, and they went up a hill to these Renaissance villas that you see up here. And this one is called Mangiacane, and that is a very famous palazzo where lots of people go and revel in luxury in Chianti. Another thing about Chianti is it's famous for wine. If you've heard about Chianti wine, this is the region where they grow it, and hence the cocktail party right here, where I was. When I had arrived, it was getting close to sunset, but the sun wasn't quite that low yet. And I looked up, and the evening clouds were kind of coming in, and I saw the sunlight shining on this vineyard, and it was that moment where I knew I had to paint this. I would like to show you some of these details up close. All right. So this is the villa. Let me get this a little closer. In the shades of apricots, you can see the sun rays coming down in the late afternoon, just turning into evening. It was a cool spring evening. And there's the just planted vineyards sloping down the hill. And then we get to the blue-green shades, blue and gray-green of the olive trees. I absolutely love painting olive trees. I love the colors of olive trees. I like that silvery green color. Let me back this up a little bit. You can see this is here a row of poplars. You can see some more over here. And, it just, to me, this is quintessential Chianti, quintessential Tuscany. Vineyards everywhere, stone farmhouses and villas. It's an enchanting place to be. Oh, let me show you another thing about this. This print, I signed it. You can see right there. And I put the title and the signature across the bottom. This print is 15 by 12. Normally it's $192, but today it's on sale for $134. And the link is in the description. If you can't find the link, just pop a comment below, and we'll put the link in the comments for you. There's only one of these, so the first come first serve is for all of these prints today. Who likes the Amalfi Coast? Has anybody been to the Amalfi Coast lately? Well, not this year, but you know, in any of your trips. I love it. The next print is Vico y Quincy Campagna. To me, this is what the Amalfi Coast is all about. You know, you see the colors of the sea right here. The beautiful blues, the blue sky, and then the architecture is often, you know, the ice cream colors, you know, like apricot, pale gold, yellow, lots of lavender. And I had passed this many times. There's a main road that weaves all along the Amalfi Coast, and I passed this scene almost for everything we did. And I kept going, that is so beautiful. That is so beautiful. And so I finally made time to turn it into a painting. And this right here is a church. And I love the contrast of this dome against the blue water, because the apricot and pale gold, they're warm colors, and they really stand out against the cool and sparkling blues in the distance. And you also get the cool greenery and the stone in the foreground, but it's a very dimensional piece. And most of the Amalfi Coast, you see the town and it looks down into the sea. Most of it's built on cliffs, and you can position yourself either from the ground and look this way and see the sea as the backdrop, or you can be in a boat and look inland and see the buildings sprawling up the hillside and down the hillside. Either way, it's gorgeous. The word paradise comes to mind when I think of the Amalfi Coast. And so I just can't say enough good things about it. Sea and sun. I want to get this closer so you can see the detail here too. You can see from the shadows that it was a very sunny day. And let me show you what I mean by that. These shadows are cool and they're sharp. And you can tell here too. The sunnier it is, the sharper the shadows will be. On a cloudy day, everything is all soft and you have to look really hard to see the shadows. But that is how you get the feeling of sunlight here. And it just sparkles. So let's get across this way and zoom in on that blue.
Belinda Simmons says the church painting is beautiful.
Thank you, Belinda. I appreciate that. And thank you for watching today. It's nice to have you here. So this one is also a 15 by 12 print. And I don't have any signed prints on my site. And that's why I'm having today's art show. This is your chance to get a signed print. And again, normally this one would be $192. Today it's on sale for $134. And again, you can just click the link if you would like this one. I have another favorite. I can't wait to show you. This one is Il Giardino degli Aranci, Roma. And if you follow me, I'm sure you've seen it. But I wanted to tell you the story behind this piece and a little bit about Rome while I'm here. I love walking in Rome. And, you know, when I'm other places like the Amalfi Coast or Sicily or something, like, there's a certain amount of time you spend in a boat or on a ferry, you know, and so there's land and sea combined. But when I'm in Rome, I spend most of my time on foot, just walking and walking. And the reason that I do that is because there's so many layers of history in Rome. And when you walk, you pass the most amazing things that you just would have never known they were there because everybody takes them for granted, but it's something that's ancient or thousands of years old, and it's just spectacular. If you like history like I do, if you like graceful and elegant things, Rome is packed with art from all ages. And that is what led up to this painting. I had been walking all day. The day that I went here to paint this, we had gone to Monte Testaccio, and we walked, which is quite far actually. We walked along the Tevere. You might know it as the Tiber. And coming back, I stopped here because Il Giardino degli Aranci is the perfect place to watch the sunset from Rome. It's a beautiful view, and it's a nice place to rest if you've been out seeing a lot. But also, it's very convenient. It is on the top of the Aventine Hill, and Rome itself is made is between the seven hills of Rome from history, and Aventine faces the Palatine. Those are two of the major hills, and we went up the steep way. There's two ways to get here. We went up the steep way straight from the river, but you can also get there from the historical center, like where the Forum and the Circus Maximus is, and things like that. You can come up that way, and it's a very gentle grade. The great thing is when you get there, there's this beautiful, serene park. And you know it's a good park because there's Romans hanging out there. You know, they'll take a picnic and watch the sunset and be surrounded by this gorgeous setting. And I should mention, Il Giardino degli Aranci means the garden of the orange trees. And you can see some of them right here running in a line across the top. These big trees that are closer are the umbrella pines that Rome is famous for. But it's a very fragrant garden because of those orange trees, and they're very pretty. Again, there is a church here in the background. It's a gorgeous church. Let me bring this closer. It being Rome, there is a lot of architecture like that. But see the sunlight dappling on the ground. I'm trying to see what you see. There's the church. There's the umbrella pines. One of my favorite places. I I really like how the sunlight turned out in this painting, because toward the end of the day, light isn't harsh. It's more golden and it's softer. For those of you that do photography, that's the time of day that photographers try to go out and take pictures because the light is so pretty. So for me, it's a multi-purpose visit. I get to see the gorgeous light, think up a painting to go with it, and also enjoy the sunset. So, does anyone have any questions about this, travel tips or anything like that? This one is also a 15 by 12. All the prints today are 15 by 12, and that being because once it's matted and framed, it's pretty big for your wall. It would add, I don't know, maybe 3 inches on either side. So this would be 6 inches, additional 6 inches across if you had 3 on top and 3 on the bottom. So this one normally 192 and on sale for 134. Now we have Vecchia Marano, Venezia. Who's been to Venice? I love Venice. I was stunned the first time I went to Venice because, we've all seen photos of it, right, before we get there. And you think, I know what Venice is all about. I've seen pictures. I know what to expect. But you get there and seeing it in person, there is nothing like that. It's just stunning. The Venice is sorry, Venice is famous for its light. The light coming from above and reflects off the water of the lagoon. So the light is hitting things from 2 angles, and that just makes it glow. And it almost gives it a fairy tale quality. And so one evening I was taking a gondola ride, which was tremendous fun. Normally I take a Vaporetto, and that's a water bus, and that's my favorite way to get around when I'm in Venice. But that evening we went for the gondola, and it was just as enjoyable as you would think, just you in the gondola, and you get to go down all the little side canals. The Vaporettos really can't do that because they're bigger, right? And on that boat ride, we passed this. This is Vecchia Marano, Venezia. And Vecchia Marano is one of the famous glass companies of Venice. Venice, for centuries, has been known for beautiful glass, and their artisans considered it a state secret in the Renaissance and beyond. And I felt like when I saw this that this would be a perfect thing to paint to show the character of Venice. The reason being is, well, many things actually. The door goes right onto the canal, so you step right from your door into your boat, or vice versa. And that's how much of Venice is. I love that about this. But also, these doors are an incredible work of art, and the same for the grill work on the window. Most people just, I need a door, they put a door, but this place turned their doors into art. And I want to show you the details up close. Isn't that amazing? The work that they put into that door. It was just so pretty. And the same for the grill work on the window. There's lots of scroll work. That can't be easy to do that with metal. I know why the door is that way because this is the famous glass factory, and that's all pane glass on that door. But they made every little detail beautiful.
Lorraine says beautiful.
Thank you so much, Lorraine, and thank you for joining today. I really appreciate it. You know, speaking about the detail, that's one of the things I love about being in Italy is there's no detail too small for it to be beautiful. Like even a street light, they'll make it beautiful. And that's one of the reasons I find it enchanting. And you know, it's an important part of their beauty is an important part of their life, and for an artist, that's a gift. So this one, I wanted to show you. By the way, I did sign all of them because everything is named what the Italians call it. You know, like this is Vecchio Marano. I name all my artwork by the Italian name because I feel like if that's what they call it, that's what I'm going to call it. My heritage is from Italy, and so it can be possibly hard to remember what it's called once you get home. So I put the name there so you can remember what it is. And again, I signed this on the bottom. This one is a 12 by 15 and usually 192, on sale for 134. Now I've also got something that's just fun. I wanted to show you a set of coasters. Coasters have been really popular, and I get a lot of questions about them. So I just wanted to take a minute to show you. I have 2 sets left of the mixed coasters.
By the way, Jeff says beautiful paintings. Wonderful job.
Thank you so much, Jeff. I appreciate that. And thank you for attending today. I appreciate everybody's vote of confidence. This is my first online art show. I've had the art shows in galleries before, and I took me a while to get up my courage to do an online art show, but I'm loving it because y'all are commenting and I don't feel alone here. This is great. So thank you for coming. So I have a mixed set of coasters. This is I Vigneti del Chianti, which you saw earlier, Tuscany. And then we have Piazza Nove Aprile in Taormina. Many people, I'm always shocked how often I hear this. Many people say Taormina is their favorite place in the whole world. And my relatives are Sicilian, and I love Sicily. It's a gorgeous place. When I got to Taormina, it knocked my socks off. I highly recommend it. If you get a chance to go to this place, do it. It's wonderful. This Piazza Nove Aprile is not that far from a famous Greek amphitheater that's in the same town. And you have excellent views of the volcano Mount Etna from this location. And then we have Il Golfo di Napoli da Capri, which in this one, imagine yourself standing on the island of Capri among the olive trees and looking into the Gulf of Naples. And on the other side of the Gulf of Naples is Sorrento. It's a spectacular view. Every time I do that, I don't want to leave. I can just imagine staying there forever. And last but not least of this set of 4 is La Fontana della Rotonda. And that is the fountain right in front of the Pantheon. The Pantheon is epic. I almost can't think of another word besides epic because it truly is spectacular. It's right in the center of ancient Rome, and it's still in perfect condition. And I highly recommend it. This is the second time I've painted it. There's probably going to be many more times I paint it. I spend a lot of time hanging out near the Pantheon. So I can't even remember how much the coasters are. I think they're on sale. I think they're on sale for $39 for this set of four. But it's on the page. Paul will post the link in the comments in case anybody is interested in the set of coasters. There are 2 sets available. Gonna set those down. But I really enjoyed talking with Art with you today. I really appreciated you attending. If there is anything that you would like to see or hear about in future art shows, I'm happy to do it. Just leave a comment. I'm going to look at all the comments after the show. So if there's any particular piece that you're interested in, there's a link for you. But if there's things that you would like to see in upcoming shows, let me know. And until next time, ciao, ciao.